supplies arrived in Mallee towns. So timber construction, corrugated iron roof, anything portable was pretty much the flavour of the day, and that drove the architecture that you see in little country towns. This one's still being lived in by the look of it. So that's Wycheproof. Quite a bit going for it. The Royal Mail Hotel probably still has rooms. There's another pub further down the main street. It's retained all its original features, the verandas. It's still got the railway lines in the middle of the street. Yes, it's a pretty well preserved little country town. So that's Wycheproof. The other thing about these towns, they serviced a huge area. The next town, traditionally, the next major town would have been about 60 kilometres away, and there would have been a little halfway point about 30 kilometres away. So about every 60 kilometres you've got a large centre with a stop off on the way, and that coincided pretty much with how far you could travel on a horse in a day. And that tends to be repeated time and time again in the distances when you look at maps of Australia. But the other thing that determined the distances between towns was how far a steam train could go without needing to restock up with water and coal. So the location of these towns, it'll have probably two things going for it. It'll be on a railway line, it'll have access to water, it won't be too close to the next town, and it'll be on the main route in terms of road usage between major centres. This one is on the Calder Highway, which is the main highway between Melbourne and Mildura. So it's got all of that happening. The other claim to fame for Wycheproof is that it's home to the world's smallest mountain. Now, I'm looking directly in the direction of that world's smallest mountain, and you can't even see it over the top of the single-storey buildings. It gives you an idea how small the world's smallest mountain is. You can walk up in it about, probably 5 or 6 minutes. So, yeah. And we're back to our sculpture man. Anyone that's mechanical can look around this yard and can tell you exactly where these pieces have come from. The crankshaft from a massive industrial engine, chains, some sort of railway tie, the tyre rim from an old wagon, plough discs everywhere. A great big flywheel, big heavy, two big heavy flywheels. So these are all things that are left lying around all these Mallee towns, and this fella's found a use for them. It's an interesting little place, well worth a look if you ever get here. So that's Wycheproof.